Damsel, this is not a fairy tale. Well, actually, this conversation is about fairy tales. Today, we're going to talk about Netflix, released on March 8th, a Millie Bobby Brown starring in Damsel. She plays the lead character, Elodie. I think that's like saying the name Melody, but without the M. Millie Bobby Brown, you may know her from Stranger Things. She is both an executive producer on this film as well as the star. It also stars Angela Bassett and Robin Wright, who I will forever think of from The Princess Bride. And here's a little bit about the storyline. A dutiful damsel agrees to marry a handsome prince, only to find that the royal family has recruited her as a sacrifice to repay an ancient debt. Okay, sounds good. Now, right off the top, Damsel is the kind of film I would love to watch. I love action, adventure, period piece dramas. Take my money and take my time. And Damsel is part that. It is available on Netflix right now to stream, and it said it has a budget of $70 million. But here's the challenge with streamers. We don't know the box office. Box office tells an entirely different story versus budget. It is coming in as 3 out of 5 stars, or the tomato meter has it 6 out of 10. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So Damsel, beautiful to look at. Oh, these costumes. I love it. Soundtrack is amazing. Sweeping vistas, shot in Portugal. And again, I want to bring it back to PCMA is the PCAMA Management and Production. It has Millie Bobby Brown as an executive, and it's out of Fayetteville, Georgia. And it's the developer and creator of the project, meaning Millie was very wise to have started her own type of production house, production service, and she's creating projects for her to star in. That's wisdom. Here's where I really want to talk to you. I think that it could be my generation. I think there's beauty, wisdom, and a place in our society for fairy tales. The kind of fairy tales where Prince Charming comes in. That may make you think of Shrek, and even that has a happy ending. I'm going to give some spoilers. So note to you, if you haven't seen Damsel yet and you think you're going to watch, pause me here. Spoiler alert coming up. When you watch Damsel, they have a really beautiful dragon. I didn't find a name for the dragon, but I heard that voice. That's Shohreh. I pronounce her name Shohreh. It's Shoreh, and her last name Aghdashloo. Shohreh Aghdashloo. She's an Iranian actress. So beautiful. I also know her from The Expanse. It's a great show. Here's the thing. You won't see Shohreh, but you'll hear her very distinctive, gravelly voice, voicing that dragon who doesn't have a name. And the dragon is beautiful to look at, like Game of Thrones level dragon. And the very end has the stepmother, played by Angela Bassett, the younger sister, Floria, and Elodie on a ship going out across the ocean with the beautiful dragon flying alongside. Nothing wrong there, right? Actually, if you were a young lady, young girl, young person today without a fairy tale to hope and dream of, what else is there? I think that even when you read comic books like Lobo, there's a fairy tale, hopes and dreams undercurrent to the story. I think that fairy tales are dearly important to us because the fantasy of it gives your mind something to hope for, wish for, and look to. And when I saw those 3 different generations, the stepmother, Elodie, and the younger sister, Floria, I see you 3 sailing off to the ocean. And if you had not run into anybody else, ain't nobody gonna have a baby. I think that including the king, Prince Charming, whoever it is, right now, there are no stories that celebrate the union of, like Tangled. Do you remember how they ended? Oh, it's so beautiful. It's a happy ending. I think that there is a place in our society today to have a young woman look to the future, knowing that her prince will come. There will be a king in the future, that there is a hope and a future destined for them, and whatever she chooses to do with her life. I find it sad that right now, ladies are just being taught and encouraged to slave and work and toil and stress and climb the ladder of success so that you can have your own company and apartment or home and money and dog or cat or both. And you have all of this, but you're alone. And you're like, no, they're not alone. They have their sisters. They have this tight-knit community of women like the Amazons. Right. But how do you make more? I guess somebody's going to comment test tubes, in vitro, AI. I don't know. Overall, Damsel, I felt like it was the Moira Sunset Bay. Slap, slap, slap. Of how efficient, strong, cunning, and wily Elodie is when she is going through the dragon's lair and looking for a way to escape. All of the ladies before her who were thrown to their death to settle the debt of the death of the dragon's 3 babies with 3, every generation has to feed the dragon 3 maidens, 3 princesses to atone for the death of the king killing the dragon's 3 baby girls. What do you think? Do you think that a fantasy and a fairy tale of dream come true has a place now? I know I do. As Elodie is making her way and discovering how to escape the dragon's lair, all of the maidens thrown down before her, you see there are scratches on the wall, like a petroglyph, that give her a heads up of what's next, which tunnels lead to a cave out. They have left over their dresses because they've died, and she can use those to cover her hands and feet to protect them. Somebody lost their crown down there, and she uses it to help climb out of the quartz crystal lined tunnel, straight shafted up to the edge of the mountain. Damsel, at best for me, if I was going to give it out of 5, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 because I loved the way it looked. I loved the soundtrack. I love the idea of a strong, valiant princess. I just didn't like that she was just working for herself. Yes, she had to save herself, but it became monotonous over and over and over. And I personally want to see stories with a happy ending. I want to see stories where, yes, that princess, that maiden succeeds, but I also want to see her grow beyond just this flat, fruitless, I am woman, hear me roar. I understand that might not be the most popular of topics. I just feel like as I have grown up, when I was a child, there was a commercial for Eau Jolie perfume, Enjoli, Eau Jolie. I think it's a Coty fragrance. And it had this catchy little jingle. I can bring home the bacon, and fry it up in a pan, and never let you forget you're a man, 'cause I'm a woman, Eau Jolie. I feel like ladies have been fed this, I am woman, hear me roar, I don't need anybody, I can do everything on my own for so many decades that now, gals, you've made it. You're at the top of the ladder. You've succeeded. Congratulations. You're lonely, and what's next? I saw the funniest meme, and this guy, the comedian, was going on and on about ladies who are in their homes and praying for that husband, and just like, well, God can do anything. God will just bring him to my doorstep. And the comedian goes on to say, girl, you need to leave your house and get out there, because right now with that plan, the only man that's coming to your door is an Uber Eats guy. I guess I just want to end this thought, this mini review and opinion of Damsel. By the way, Millie Bobby Brown looks so beautiful and so strong and fit. And I did like the movie. I just didn't like it enough. And I want to say to all the other gals who are out there and looking and feeling like I'm caught between being what I am bombarded with messages in social media and media in general about I have to be so strong and independent. I say, perhaps see the other side of the coin. How wonderful would it be to be tender, vulnerable, honest, servant-hearted, caring, strong for your family, and skilled in domestic arts? They completely took that out of schools, but there was a reason why home ec was in schools. I think there's another tribe of ladies who are excited about all of those qualities and having a partner and building a life together and being a part of a community and just succeeding as a team instead of triumphing on their own. What are your thoughts? I'd love to know. I hope you enjoyed Damsel. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more.